Today was a weird day today, wasn't it? It really was. I thought it might be on Friday, and sure enough, it was today. I had big wins last week, and well, on Friday I face planted, and today my risk tolerance was lower, but nonetheless, I still assumed a small loss, $11, which really isn't bad. I feel like making big wins really messes with my state of mind, and it takes a couple of days for me to get my head back on straight, so I feel like I'm ready to hit tomorrow, because Tuesday is going to be volatile. I know it is, because retail sales, and I guess Powell speaking too, so double whammy. I mean, anything can happen tomorrow, really anything. I want to go over what chart pattern I'm looking at currently for the bullish reversal, and then I want to look at my day trades as well. I have the 1-day chart pulled up on the left, and I have the 1-minute chart pulled up on the right. I kind of like this. This feels good because I can see the overall concept of what's going on and then dive into the nuts and bolts a little bit on the right-hand side. So you can see this massive wick, and the context for that, you can see these levels of horizontal support and resistance more clearly through here, and how the price is moving sideways. Currently, the uptrend that we started on that day last Thursday has been broken. There wasn't much of a test, and I don't really know if I want to say that it's gone for good, because the price did move lower but then listed sideways and found a lot of support in that $11.50 to $12 area, which bodes bullishly. Of course, the downtrend is still in force, and maybe today what we actually saw was that downtrend be touched. So I'm going to clean up these lines a little bit. I'm not exactly sure where I started them. You can see that this big spike on Thursday set the very top of that trend, and I'm comfortable with moving that because that's such an extreme move. It probably overshot just a little bit. So if I pull it down, that's probably okay. I'm just gonna say, hey, maybe that was a little over exaggerated, and well, maybe I take it from that first top. That might be the best way to do it, and say, hey, this was also a false breakout. Pull this down, and this technically makes it an internal trend line, okay? It's important to remember that this is not an external trend line anymore. For the most conservative view of bullish breakout, you want to use that external trend line, which I should do, but this looks really good. If I see this topping pattern, this push out, there's a couple of tests there, another test here, I think. Yep, right there, another test there, and then was overshot, pulled back down, pushed back up, test again. I think this is the best way to draw this trend line. So I'm going to keep it here. I'm going to scrutinize it a little more. Look, this is nice. And then today we had that false breakout over that downtrend, and this looked exactly like some other false breakouts that I've seen at open, where we have like this rising pennant at the super sharp angle, and then thing breaks down. To see the price go through that process and then bounce and find support, this is good. This makes me happy because, as you can see, the price is grinding right up against that trend, right up against it. It wants to break it. It wants to break it so bad. Good news tomorrow will inevitably lead to that. Ooh, on the 1 minute, look at that. Okay, that's a good trend line. It is an internal trend line, so I'm going to go ahead and mark it accordingly, which I do by making it a solid line. Okay, wow. So the markets don't know which way they're going to go. AMC doesn't know which way it's going to go. No one can know, well, I can't know which way retail sales are going to push the markets, but I'm actually optimistic. I think inflation's high, but I also think that consumer spending is going to be better than expected. Don't ask me why, that's anecdotal. It's just me trusting my gut. Last time I trusted my gut, the price skyrocketed and made a bunch of money. So I'm not going to be YOLOing, so to speak, into calls tomorrow. I'm going to wait for a confirming move. I think that there was a potential here for a head and shoulder topping pattern. I don't like to call it that on the 1 minute chart. I call it just like a topping pattern. Just, you know, when you have a push higher and then an uptrend break. That's essentially what a head and shoulder top is. Once you really get a handle on the trend lines, you see that all the chart patterns do is describe the way that the price interacted with the trends, and then you formulate a price target, which is just based on statistical likelihoods, and more or less it's going to be an expression of how traders behave when the price is moving through different sorts of scenarios. Okay. Wow. tomorrow, big news could push this price up to $14, and I'm saying that. Yeah, I am. I'm absolutely saying that. I think we might even see a price mirror where we have a mirror right here down this peak, and we have this decline and this little hump, little, you know, benign little nothingness, and that's kind of what this is. And maybe tomorrow morning we get a nice little rise, an opening rise, okay, and then maybe we have a news event that sends the price higher. I would really like to see, of course, this upper level tested sooner than later. 1370. The longer we hang out down here, the worse it gets, because remember, the retrace bounce needs to be fast and swift, and there's a lot of resistance in this pink zone. This is a new pink zone. This isn't the old pink zone. The old pink zone was up here. Now we have some more resistance in this area. This is just 12 to 1250. I really think though that the right there, that's where the money is to be made, is right down here. If this support zone gives out, that's not going to be great. That's really not great, because inevitably it's going to mean that the price is probably going to test 970 again, which I don't want. I called that to be the bottom, and I still believe that to be the bottom, and it would be great if that were the case. I want to see this thing rally, okay? My bearish forecasts have been filled. I'm happy. It's time to turn around. It's time for the markets to go higher. I want to see the good old-fashioned stock market do the thing that it used to do, where it just goes up. It's time, but of course it doesn't have to be that way, and tomorrow is a big deal. I don't have much to say other than that. Let's check on the roof pattern really quickly. Am I doing that on this chart? I think I might be on the 15-minute. I mean, I can do that here. It's all the same, right? So the thing about the roof is, once that pattern breaks, the trends break, that's it. So this kind of qualifies for that. If I wanted to keep the price, I mean, within the roof, it would be pulling this trend line out, but it's got to touch, right? The best is there. That's acceptable, but pulling it any further away is not going to work. So I'm going to call that a breakout of the roof, which is bad, but we could get a pullback, and pullbacks are really common. And you see that in the example on the right I have here from Bulkowski's website, thepatternSite.com. Now, he does say that we need to wait for confirmation before placing a trade, because the breakout can be upward or downward. And this is technically a downward breakout, but really it's sideways. So I don't think a sideways breakout counts so much, because we know at tomorrow morning's open, we could have good news and that push it higher, forming that pullback, and we could make it move higher to $14, which I'm really hoping for. And he's actually got an example here in GLD, and I love gold. I like GLD. Inverted roof in gold from 2009. Yeah, was that what that was? The gold was like, yeah, $980 an ounce. Yeah, back in the day, in my lifetime. I was 19 at the time buying silver. I didn't have the money to buy gold yet. But yeah, that's what a roof looks like, you know. And I gotta say, that's pretty striking. So I'll be looking for that pattern to fulfill, complete, push out, break out, whatever. It's all about the news. Let me show my day trades. Today was a little embarrassing because once again I was going back and forth, trying to figure out what was going on before it happened, which is really foolish of me. I was just eager to get back into the trade and try to, like, you know, look at that trading. I lost more money in commissions than I did actually. Like, I'm down $11, perfect trades, but the commissions I generated are probably bigger than $11. Whoops. So really sloppy. You see this rising pennant, right? You can see it. It's a pennant because it's short. It's not a wedge. Wedges take 3 weeks to develop. Anything smaller than 3 weeks that has triangle shape to it is a pennant. So it comes up and it goes down. And the only good trade I said that I would say I had in here was I did buy a put up here, this put, and it was a trash put. And yeah, there it goes. And I really should have waited. I shouldn't have traded it all in the morning. I was in the Discord, and it's great to see everybody in Discord. Like, if you're new, great, and that's awesome. And hi, please chime in. I gave level roll 2 status to everyone that joined yesterday. I think everyone that joined yesterday, most of the people that joined yesterday. I had some trouble getting it going. I don't know what I'm doing in the Discord. I'm not kidding. I don't know what I'm doing. I am also not kidding when I say I'm not trying to be a YouTube influencer. I don't really want to be like, you know, I mean, it'd be great to get like a bunch of views so I can monetize my channel, but I don't know if I really want to be like, you know, I don't want to be like these other people. I just want to be trading and journaling, and I want my trading to make me rich, you know? So bear with me here while I go through that learning curve, but I'm going to try to manage that community, and I'm having a good time. And, you know, it's great to see everyone sharing and learning together. And tomorrow is going to be fun. Oh, you can see that Philip claimed the right of first on Sunday. So there you are, Philip. And there was actually something here I wanted to share in the day trading. You can see that I have the CETO line here. This marks higher highs in the price as we have descending peaks in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. And then right afterwards, you have descending lows in the price and rising lows in the RSI, which is bullish divergence. And then the price lists sideways for a while. But again, we have lower lows. And what do we have over here? We have higher lows. Once again, we have bullish divergence. And it just goes on and on, right? I think we did this four times today. We have this divergence. The price is just going, this is nuts. I think a big move is coming. That the price didn't fail here, that we did find support, I think is inherently bullish. That the average volume for the day, or the volume for the day, was above the 30 period average, which is really good. The RSI doesn't look bullish at all, of course. And I can even see the RSI taking a dip, you know, right there, and then bouncing higher. And it's possible it might just do that. It might touch that oversold level again, but do it in the middle of the day and then bounce. And so what we'll see is just like the RSI kind of flexing higher. That'd be cool. And the implied volatility correlation has flipped. It's now positive with the price, which means as the price is going up, so is implied volatility. So that supports the idea that a run is coming as well. I really am feeling bullish. I really am. I'm scared though because of how close the price is to falling, and falling is not good here. Falling is not good. Falling is panic mode. So I just want to see a nice big push, strong up to 14. And if we get good news, then I think maybe we go up to 14 tomorrow. Yeah, if we get good news, good enough news. So tomorrow or Wednesday, and then maybe they'll pull back on Thursday, and hopefully on Friday we can make a second $2 move up to 16 and complete a V-type bottom. That is what I hope is going to happen. I, of course, have no idea because it's all based on news and Powell, and those are things that technical analysis will not help me forecast. So I think I covered everything. My charts, AMC. Should I take a look at SPY really quick? Let's look at SPY. Take a peek at SPY. SPY. Okay. All right, that's and low volume at that. Okay, that's just indecisive. Yep, this is and IWM, similar thing. That looks bullish to me. It really does. It looks like if this were an uptrend, this would be good. I don't think the markets know what's going on. I don't think I know what's going on. I'm just gonna be really honest about it. But if I'm gonna wait to trade tomorrow until I see one good play, I know I'm gonna get at least one big swing when Powell speaks. I'm gonna get one big swing from the morning news. I'm gonna try to ride both of those and try to recover some of those losses from Friday. And then if I can, I'll share my daily chart then. And if I can't, then I'll wait till Friday. But I do think I am seeing something really interesting behave between my behavior, my mentality, and my chart. So that experience is really interesting, and I really do recommend everyone do that. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Happy trading.